Good day, everyone, and welcome to Obidient Family TV. The program is Hope Alive. Yes, there is hope, and a new Nigeria is possible. Now, good morning, afternoon, and evening, depending your time zone. Today, we've come again to have a discussion on what is happening in Nigeria. As it's breaking all over Nigeria, he's talking about the Supreme Court's matter. The issue of the local government's autonomy, we are going to bring that across to everybody to know that the Nigerian governors has lost to the federal government of Nigeria against the allocations due to the local governments. The Supreme Court today declared that it is unconstitutional to state governors to hold onto funds meant for local government administration. In its lead judgment read by Justice Emmanuel Ajim, the Apex Court observed that the refusal of the state government on financial autonomy for local governments has gone on for over 2 decades. The judgment is in respect of a lawsuit instituted by the federal government through the Attorney General of the Federation against the 36 state governors in a move to ensure full independence of the local government areas from the control of the state governors, who, of course, until now controls the funds and they constitute caretaker committees to run the affairs of the local government. We'll be talking about that. We'll also be bringing you about the clusters and of protests that is currently going on in clusters of states, but especially in the FCT, as we can see from videos that are trending online. It has become like a thing of a daily thing in Nigeria for one kind of protest to come up and one other. And of course, we are going to bring that as we advise Nigerians to come out in mass if they actually want to stop the looting and the bad governance and the hunger that is ravaging the land. And of course, we'll also be bringing you the issue today as Labour meets Tinubu to talk about their 250,000 minimum wage demand. And of course, so many other things we want to talk about. And I have Mercy here in the studio and Okike plus all our people who are on Zoom to have a discussion on this.
Good evening, viewers. Welcome to our channel.
Welcome and thank you for joining in.
Yes, wherever you are watching us from, please like, share, and subscribe as we indulge into this very conversation. Let's start with this very clusters of protests. Yesterday, just yesterday, we were talking about the protest that happened about the end bad governance and the issues that the police are deploying and all of that. But we realize now that people have decided to even come out on their own in different ways, citing hunger for their reasons coming out. But I think we should look at it from the perspective of coming together like we explained yesterday. Not just coming in cluster. Like today, EFCC did a march against corruption. I don't know where that happens anywhere in the world, but EFCC did a march against corruption in all the cities in Nigeria as of today, which of course would have cost billions in taxpayers' money. So why can't citizens come out in a peaceful protest, not clusters of protests that will last 1 hour or 2? But that doesn't mean that we're not giving them credit for coming out in the first place, because it's not easy to actually come out in this hunger period to come and talk about it. It takes guts. It takes, it takes some sort of this. Let's start with you, Okike, on this.
Okay, I personally think it takes a lot of courage to even come out to protest in the first place. Protesting in Nigeria under these very harsh conditions is not easy. So we are giving credit to them for coming out. But we also have to encourage everybody. When you see others protesting, please join. We cannot keep on doing this very short form of protest. They are not very productive. They don't bring long-lasting results as if we come out and... Because
it doesn't show, when you see people who are protesting and you are skipping back, does that mean that you are not hungry? You get my point. Does it mean they are not hungry, or they are buying fuel at a different prices, or they are buying food stuff in the market at different prices? Or what difference do you have sitting at home different from those people who peacefully come out to express themselves?
There is no good reason you can give as to why you will see others protesting and not join, except just being a coward or just not having the strength to...
There is a hard saying I got from a friend that says every onlooker is either a traitor or a coward.
Exactly. you have to come out and show that you want Nigeria to be better.
I believe that when government sees more than 1,000 people or 5,000, after all, they say we are up to 200 million. So why can't 500,000 flood the streets of Nigeria and demand that the hunger should cease? Because, I mean, we have apple land in the north, Niger, everywhere I mean, there are people who are ready to go into agriculture. So why can't they come and have this demand?
Well, we can't actually have this change that we want without coming out in mass. For us to achieve this change that we want in Nigeria, we actually need everyone's support, because the hardship is actually getting to a point that, in fact, is very bad, if I must say. So for us to achieve whatever change we want from the government, we should encourage each other to come out in mass in order to make this change happen. You,
when we say they even talk, when they come out today, talk say to get even transport as fuel don't hike, to get transport waka na trouble. To get here, you don't begin to think how you go waka go home when you finish your own show. And people get sit down for their this thing. Well, anyway, everybody, we are all contributing our own. You come, you motivate people to go out there and have a peaceful protest where they have the right. Yeah. But what I'm actually saying is that if EFCC can use taxpayers' money to carry placard in the streets of Nigeria, in different cities, why won't the citizens themselves carry their own placards and demand the end to the suffering that is happening in Nigeria? But to join this conversation quickly, let's get to the people, our own people on Zoom. And let's start with Mr. Bassi, who is joining us from Calabar Municipal. Mr. Bassi, seeing the, should I call it the protest of EFCC today that corruption should cease in Nigeria, I call that a protest. Across, it happened in Port Harcourt, it happened in Abuja, it happened, as a matter of fact, their chairman was leading this very particular protest. That is what I will call it. So, and I see just very few Nigerians who are on the streets of Abuja protesting against on. Let's even listen to these people who are protesting in Abuja, so we hear what their cry is for. Then we hear the one of EFCC, then we take it off from there. Let's take a listen to the one, the hunger protest, what their cry is. Let's take a listen.
Hungry day! 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 Kaduna State! Hungry day! Kaduna State! Hungry day! Abuja! Hungry day! Lagos! Hungry day! Katsina! Hungry day! Zamfara! Hungry day! Ati hungry day! IG! Hungry day! IG! Hungry day! Abuja! Hungry day! Hungry day! Hungry day! Hungry day! Police! Hungry day! Police! Hungry! Police! Hungry! Police! Police! Hungry day! 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 Tinubu! Hungry day! Wike! Hungry day! 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 Hungry day!
So, so Mr. Bassi, you have a hungry day, oh, hungry day. Hungry day, oh, hungry day. Mr. Bassi, hungry day for Calabar Municipal. Why people no fit get up from that side, join hungry day this protest?
Thank you, Mr. Kanu. Good evening, studio panelists and the Zoom panelists. Good day, listeners across the world. There is hunger everywhere, but it depends on the magnitude of hunger. Maybe the people in Calabar municipality, they are not hungry enough. That's why they are not on the streets. When they are hungry enough, we'll all find ourselves in the streets, and we'll do the needful by going on a peaceful protest. I want to begin by speaking to the issue of EFCC that came out to protest. For God's sake, EFCC were not employed to come and do protests for corruption. They know what they need to do. They have the law that gives them, empower them to arrest, investigate, arrest, and prosecute every corrupt public officer. But they will not do that. Of what use are they coming to do this protest? What do they intend to achieve? I can bet you that this protest that is going on today in the country by EFCC, billions of taxpayers' money must have been expended. This is a needless protest. And if EFCC have the right to protest, Nigerian citizens also have the right to protest. The right to protest is enshrined in the Constitution, as long as it's a peaceful protest. So I want to call on authorities to allow Nigerians to exercise their right. They should not be cajoled. They should not be cowed. They should not be intimidated by coming out to protest. This goes specifically to the police. Police should stop intimidating Nigerians who wants to go out on a peaceful protest. The reason why we are not seeing enough of this protest is because of the intimidation by the security agencies. So Nigerians are being a little bit hesitant. They are a little bit, scared coming out. But we will get to a point where nobody will be scared. Because when you get to that point, you know that it is better for you to go out there than to stay in your house and die. So that's about the protest. And then I want to also speak
just very quickly before you get to the next one. Do you, I don't know if you come across the news from yesterday that the ECOWAS court awarded 10 million naira to end SARS protesters, the people who actually went to court, and they fined the Nigerian government. It's so funny. 4 years after ECOWAS court of justice is now ordering Nigerian government to pay each SARS victim a compensation of 10 million for damages. After, what about the people that lost their lives? What did ECOWAS court say about it?
I mean, that judgment first is just a joke. Who is the head of ECOWAS today? Is Chief Tinubu. So how will Chief Tinubu enforce such law? I mean, such judgment? It's not possible. It's just laughable. Let's not go into some of those things. Yes, it's good that there was a pronouncement that Nigerian government were wrong in trampling on those people's fundamental human rights. But again, the enforcement of that judgment, I don't see it happening, because an ECOWAS cannot enforce Chief Tinubu to enforce that judgment. So that's just it. I want to speak on the Supreme Court judgment that everybody is celebrating across the nation.
On the enforcement of the Supreme Court judgment of today.
Yes. I don't know why we tend to celebrate that judgment, because there's nothing new that Supreme Court have said that is not already in the Constitution. The truth is that how have we been able to uphold the Constitution that every leader have sworn by oath, on oath, to uphold.
Yeah.
Since the inception of this dispensation of so-called democracy, from 1999, they have come in and they've sworn to uphold the Constitution, but none of them have done that. And for me, that is treasonable.
Exactly.
Because anybody who swore on oath to carry out and uphold the Constitution and then renege on it, it should be held culpable. It's a treasonable offense. So I see people rejoicing over what is already in the Constitution. And you and I know that these governors are not going to enforce those, comply with that judgment. Who are the people that put the local government chairman in those positions? It's our governors. They are all the governors' crooks. So how would they enforce that judgment? Give them that, what do they call? The so-called
empowerment of the
allocations
of the LGAs.
Yes, their LGA autonomy. I don't see that happening, because each of the local government chairman, councillor, vice chairman are all handpicked by the governors.
Yes.
And put in those positions.
Yeah.
So are you telling me that if tomorrow money is sent to the local government and the governor asks the chairman, I need that money returned back to this thing, and the chairman will resist? That is not going to happen. So I don't see that happening. I would rather have thought that at this point in time, we should think of how we can reform our electoral processes until we have an election where people go into the election and win by popular vote, but not by being handpicked. We will continue to have this. By the way, who are the people conducting this election? Is the state electoral commission appointed by the governors. Nigerian governors have become so powerful that even the president is afraid to take certain decisions against the governors, because he knows that even his re-election lies in the hands of the governors. So it's when I see them celebrating this, it makes me wonder why. For me, I see it as a distraction. That court judgment is a distraction, because they're trying to take people's attention from the real core of the situation Nigerians are facing, which is hunger in the land, so that Nigerians will not begin to talk about it. So they have thrown in something for us to distract our attention and take our focus off the real situation, which is the hunger that is in the land. So I don't see anything coming out of that judgment. So I'm not going to celebrate it. And I want to ask Nigerians, we should just celebrate what the Constitution had already given to us. That would be my take on that. Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you very much, Kini. I totally agree with you with the issue of how the local government funding are being managed, as we know. But again, let's get the opinion of our own Lord Kingsley. Now, Lord Kingsley, let me take you a little bit deeper. This same court order, Supreme Court order of today, which as perceived being celebrated, is something that is already ongoing. Every local government in Nigeria is assumed to be on their own, and they receive money separately, but those monies are also being used by the state government, just like Mr. Bassi just explained. But much deeper is what will happen now.
Members of the studio and my Zoom panelist. Yeah, I hear your argument this evening, and it's something that is I mean, there's no cause for celebration here, because at the end of the day, it's like trying to put a peg in a circle, in the sense that now the Supreme Court have come out with a decision that yes, allocations should be going to the local government councils. But the local government councils, where do they have their accounts? Is it not under the state account? The money is still going to the state account, which of course the governors are in charge of. So what have they actually decided on doing?
It will be from the direction of today, which they are seeking to clarify from the Supreme Court. The money is to go into the local government. Before, they used to have what they call a joint account.
Exactly.
But now, the Supreme Court is saying that the money should go directly, not into any joint account, but to the local government account. But we are still saying that the governors will still have a way of asking this local government to repatriate that money to them. They know their ways.
Exactly. Now the money is going to be sent to that account. Okay, who are the chairmen of this local government? Are they not appointed by the state governors?
Okay.
Are they not people that have been appointed?
Okay, please.
They have been appointed straight away, in the sense that no matter where that money goes, no account where that money goes, is still coming under the control of the governor. Why? Because they have actually appointed these guys. They cannot say they want to disobey the governor, because they will get taken out of office. They will get taken out of office.
I think, hello? Loke.
Go ahead.
Hello? I think we have to look at it in a circular form, not one-sided. See, this law has been enacted. I mean, the government, the federal government, some years back, they have created at a point where the local government were autonomized, that they stand on their own outside the government. But because of the corruption that was in Nigeria, the government, the state government, want go again their way back and collected these people, and the federal government now said, okay, we are going to be putting the fund together with you, so that when you get to the state government, they give you give it back to the state. Why? Because if you look at it, when some of these laws, when they are made, and government comes in and he discovers that he has majority of the states, then it's working in favor of those governors who belongs to him, so as to make them have enough fund so that they will use them for election. And that's exactly what happened. And now, that is why, for a very long time, it has been like that. And the government has now come, I mean, the court has now come back, as the government responded. They have now come back to say, look, local government are autonomous. So you do not have the right. And what next they are going to do now is that there is going to be separation of the account. And everyone is going to take responsibility of his account. And
okay.
There's another thing that is going to come up. I think by the time we go on, we are going to see how this thing is going to be separated, because the government, the government now want the local government to be under normal condition. The local government is taking responsibility of the people. Like here in Spain, everything that the government wants to do through the state, they connected the local government. But the problem that we have in Nigeria is because we are depending on election.
We are working on election. Even when the election has just ended, the end whosoever that comes into the office is looking forward again for another election. So he wants to get what he can get for himself. Then the following 2 years, he'll begin to look for how to gather some money for another election. And that is why the problem becomes like this. So it is the federal government that also created this problem. And when you come to the issue of this, when you come to the issue of this protest, look, I think that these people, the EFCC, they know what they are doing. But it's just like when you are working under somebody and you see the person taking wrong decisions and you want to try to correct it, and he tell you, look, I own this place, so I take no authority from anybody. So, and that is exactly what is happening. The only way they can say the government is not allowing us to do our work. This is the only way they can demonstrate it. They cannot come out in the open television and say the government is depriving us. This is another systematic way with which they can express themselves. So let us not see it as something that is nonsense. It's not. This is the only way that they can express themselves, because the government. Okay, look at the case of the Kogi governor. Look, where is he? How did he live? People know. Look,
okay.
Okay.
Let me take it off from here. You know, the Supreme Court decision this morning against the fundamentals of the use of the Transition Committee in local government's administration. Of course, we know it's the best news of governance reforms in Nigeria this year. We understand that. Governors has become addicted to local government funds, which they use and misuse without appropriation and with absolutely no atom of accountability. And that is why they don't like the idea of local government election, which has nearly finished off the local government system in Nigeria. Lord K was talking about the elections of local government or the chairmen being appointed. But what the Supreme Court judgment of today is talking about, you cannot appoint and you cannot even fire a local government, duly elected local government chairman. So they are not talking about the caretaker committees being set up in local government, but duly constituted and elected local government chairman is what they are talking about. Yeah. And I also want to bring us to the understanding again that the National Assembly has done, I think, a third reading of the act that will make not just the state's INEC, just like Mr. Bassi was talking about. It is no longer the state's electoral commission, but it's now INEC will be conducting local government elections. But the area we are going is that even when the funds are being given to a duly elected chairman in the state, that the state governors will still have a way of repatriating that money back to them, because just like Wike said, he's the one that sponsored everybody in Rivers State, from their senators to the House of Assembly to the House of Reps, and of course not even the chairman of. So they are the ones in charge, and that money we are talking about is going to come back to them, and that's why Mr. Bassi said it's just a rigmarole, because they will still have their way of returning back the funds. So I just wanted us to be guided on this. Lord K.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So as I was saying before, regardless of whatever the court is actually saying right now, the state governors, they will still have their way to these funds. They will still have their way to these funds. In the sense that, yes, regardless of maybe this chairman duly elected by the local government people, by these committees or whatever there, they will still find a way to hold them captive. And that is how they will lay their hands on the fund. Take for Edo State now. Edo State is a state that we all know is as wealthy as anything. They collect allocations of about 11 point something billion every month from the federal government. Now, how is that money being dispensed? How is that money being used? This is a state that now, only after 7 years, now is coming to an election year, that the state governor now is not saying that he can afford to pay 70,000 as minimum wage. Why? Because these are money that they have kept. These are money they have kept all this while for this period. And where is this money coming from? This is from the local government areas. This is local government money that they have kept, that they have confiscated without any excuse, and nobody's going to ask them. That is why Edo State Governor now, he is being able to send 10 billion into Asueni's account, into Igodalo's account, to do projects, saying they are doing something about Radisson Blue. How is that possible? Where did they find this money? So, I mean, there are ways we should think about these things and be logical about it. Okay, EFCC themselves now, they've come up saying they are going on protest. Protest for what? That you're not able to do your job?
No,
I mean,
no.
Tell me one reason.
Okay, let us not see that
why EFCC is not able to carry out their own jobs in the States. Now, this is SEM. This is a company or a establishment that are supposed to be correcting or making sure everything about corruption is regulated. But
they are not been able to send any corrupt Nigerian governor or official to prison since inception.
They are corrupt themselves. They are corrupt themselves.
No.
They are doing this just to say, oh, well, don't blame us. Don't blame us. Don't blame us. How can you say a governor that has been incarcerated or a governor that has a fraud case like Yaya Bello, he's in the country there with you, and you cannot catch, you cannot bring him to justice.
Arrest him, yes.
You cannot do anything about him. Why are you protesting? But then you are on the streets chasing little boys, little girls that maybe after their own business, because you see them with flashy cars, you want to do something about them. The main things that are in the House of Senate, they are in the House of Assemblies, but you are doing nothing about them. Now you are carrying placard, even with the state money, with the federal money, to go and do this protest.
That's exactly what I was saying. Because I watch one program.
Just a moment, please. Let's take a listen again to the Hunger Day protesters in Abuja. Let's take a listen to them while we come back. We'll not go there.
Hungry day! 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 Weak! Hungry day! Abia! Hungry day! Adamawa! Hungry day! Bauchi! Hungry day! Zamfara! Hungry day! Benua! Hungry day! Enugu! Hungry day! Katsina! Hungry day! Taraba! Hungry day! Abia! Hungry day! Imo! Hungry day! Adamawa! Hungry day! Delta! Hungry day! Tinubu! 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 Hungry day! Shatima! Hungry day! Akpabio! Hungry day! Shatima! Hungry day! Akpabio! Hungry day! Shatima! Hungry day! Akpabio! Hungry day! Wike! Hungry day! Abuja! Hungry day! Nigeria! Hungry day! Nigerians! Hungry day! Nigerians! Hungry day! Nigerians! Hungry day! Nigerians! Hungry day! Tinubu! Hungry day! Akpabio! Hungry day! Shetima! Hungry day! Tinubu! Hungry day! Hungry day! Hungry day! Hungry day! Hungry day!
These people, just very briefly, do you think that Nigerians should join these people who are hungry day? Because honestly, I feel like joining them to share that hungry day.
Yes.
Everybody needs to join, because truly hunger day. So everybody needs to join the protest, no matter how small.
Even if it is from the studio here, we'll start telling them hunger day, oh, hunger day. Yes. We can make that as a song, by the way. So let's get back to our people on Zoom. Lord K, let's get your opinion of especially this hunger day protester, because I think that is what should be happening in Nigeria everywhere.
Thank you very much. I mean, these protesters going on shouting hunger day, hungry day, hungry day. I mean, this is a protest a few weeks too late, because this is something they should be singing right from the time Tinubu took away the fuel subsidy.
Not even that. Now, right from the time that Mahmoud Yakubu decided that Tinubu should be the president of Nigeria.
No time is late. Let's encourage Nigerians that are having a peaceful protest, because you can see his protest. Even police is there taking pictures and enjoying the protests. I've seen it. Look at policemen keeping peace. This is a peaceful protest. We should encourage Nigerians that are hungry who come out.
Yes. Now,
don't forget that the police, they might be taking the pictures to recognize the people who are protesting.
Well, that's another reason. That's another reason why they're.
Of course. Don't forget that they're being trained by the Israelis, how to sabotage the population.
Yeah.
The important thing here for us to acknowledge is that there is no time that is late, and these people are doing the right thing. They are doing a peaceful protest of hunger day, and I enjoy them on that very hunger day, because even as I'm here in this studio, I'm really hungry.
Oh dear. So that is why we are all encouraged now to join these people. Let's organize this thing in our states in a peaceful way. Let's get out there, carry placards. I'm not saying go and destroy or start setting fire to anything. Go out peacefully, start on the streets that hungry day. I mean, this thing is not only affecting the common Nigerians right now, because there was a video I saw today of Dino Milai himself going to buy PMS on the streets. He was buying PMS on the streets for his Ferrari. Imagine Dino Milai